Wow, wow. Who expected that after Thursday? Welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like, and feed me your positive messages, your positive thoughts on that demolition of Brentford. Aston Villa 4, Brentford 0. A sublime football match, which was Aston Villa on the front foot for 94 minutes. Absolutely sublime. I can't believe it. I can't believe how well we played. I thought it was a brilliant formation. I called it 4-2-3-1. Every Villa fan was saying it. Massive shout out to Danks because, there was a lot of pressure on it. There was a lot of pressure going into it. I don't care what anyone says, managing Aston Villa in our position, there would be pressure on it. And he did exactly what I wanted him to do. I wanted him to get into the players, to be positive, to express themselves, to play with freedom, to change their mindset and be on the front foot, because we all have no doubt that there's some good players at Aston Villa. And he did that, and it was an absolutely blockbuster first 15 minutes. And I'm absolutely buzzing for it. Massive shout out for the players when they ran over to the bench, because I've listened to Danks's interview, and he said it was off the set pitch training ground yesterday. It was a move for that, so fair play to, I'm guessing, McPhee. Fair play. And Danny Ings, massive performance. You give him the ball in the right opportunities, he will put them away. I thought Leon Bailey was absolutely fantastic. Then Donker, a presence, perfect, exactly what we need. Louise was everywhere. Emi Buendia, sublime. Absolutely.
Preach it, Luke.
Absolutely sublime. He was everywhere. He was getting into them tackles. He was winning the ball. He was nicking the ball. He was driving us forward. Watkins was brilliant as well. I thought every single Villa player was absolutely outstanding. And fair play, because under those circumstances, like I said, the crowd were fantastic. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. I am absolutely buzzing with that. Justin, feed me more positivity, please.
I'm so over the moon. It's what we've waited for all season, isn't it? It's what we know they're capable of. That's been the most frustrating thing about this season, is we know what this team's capable of. We know the levels they can reach. We know the ability we have in this squad, not only on the team, but the whole squad. It was a breath of fresh air. Just everything we'd prayed and hoped it would be. Now the black cloud has been lifted. Danks is at the wheel now, isn't he? And to be fair to him, he's an attacking coach. He was brought in as an attacking coach, so it's not surprising that we've put that kind of performance in. But to do it literally 3-4 days after what we saw at Fulham is just mind blowing. I mean, we've just blown the cobwebs away, haven't we, with that performance? But the team was set up right. 4-2-3-1. We've been saying it for a long time now. That is our formation. That is what this squad, if you look at all of the players we've got, the personnel we've got, that is perfect for our personnel. We've got loads of good sixes that can sit. I mean, for me, that double D pivot, and now I'm going to call it the Dendoncker and Dougie double D pivot, that is what we're building off now. They were phenomenal in them two roles. Louise can play that role, but he's got abundance of ability. He can pick a pass. He was energetic today, but massive credit to Dendoncker today. Comes in, first start, ran the show. He looks so comfortable. Every time. The first half an hour especially, he was everywhere. He was picking up loose balls. He was putting a foot in, and he wasn't. When he got the ball, he wasn't like mad with possession. He was like really calm on the ball. He was looking for a pass, and he's got the stature. When we brought him in, we said, finally we've got a midfield that's over 6'5". Well, 6 foot, 5'6", sorry, and someone that's a bit taller and that has got a bit of presence about him. And that's what he did. He just dominated the middle of the park. The back four was solid. Ashley Young's been phenomenal all season. Matty Cash was good. The two centre halves won everything in the air because Brentford had 50% of the possession today. They did have a lot of the ball, but we snuffed out every single little thing that they threw at us. Everything was snuffed out quickly. Emi Martinez, you could see how pumped he was to be captain. The three behind the front man were, it looked right, didn't it? We got Bailey left footer on the left, Watkins right footer on the right, and a number 10 playing in the number 10. And Watkins looks like a winger. And the more I see him, the more he looks like a proper winger, and that could be his position. Leon Bailey, revelation down that left side. Of course, it helps when you score after a minute. That's the dream start to any home game because it just energises everything, doesn't it? And after the week we've had, that's what we needed. But to go on and get the second and the third, absolutely phenomenal, brilliant. So pleased for Danny Ings to get two. Feed him, he scores goals. You could see his confidence lift, and I was really, really chuffed for Ollie Watkins to get that one. Took his time. 3 efforts I think it was, but in the end he managed to belt it over the line. But you could see that even with him, the frustration lifted off his shoulders. But massive fair play to Aaron Danks and the coaching staff. Big cuts. They were on that touchline the whole game, clapping everything. The fans loved it as well. It's what we want and what we needed to lift the black cloud that's been hanging over us. So long may it continue, but loved it. Loved every minute of it today. It's what supporting a football team's all about days like today.
I just love my manager in trainers as well. I just love a manager in a pair of white trainers. It just looks right to me.
He looked the business, didn't he?
Yeah, but another thing that I just was blown away by as well was how 1-2 bang in that first half, and we just erupted going forward, didn't we? And it was just absolutely fantastic. And Ryan, me and you in the old end, it was good, weren't it, today? It was really good.
It was rocking. It was rocking, like the rest of the stadium, to be fair. It's been a long, long time since we felt Villa Park like that. The energy around B6 was fantastic. From the minute we got down there early. We got in the Holt suite. We were sinking a few beers. We was excited, man. We was excited. It was an unknown. It was an unknown for Brentford. They didn't have a clue how we were going to line up. We didn't have a clue. The three of us are there, 1 o'clock, refreshing. Come on, Admin. We was excited to see that starting 11. And gosh, 1 minute into the game, and it's incredible, isn't it? It's incredible. The place has erupted. It's a well-worked set piece, and Bailey's finished it off. And just from the off, as soon as I seen a left-footed winger on the left wing and a right-footed winger on the right wing, the spacing of the formation, it was perfect. It was beautiful. Every time was picking up the ball, there was an option on, and it was fast. Bang, touch, bang, bang. And even when you turn, the next man was there. It was just perfectly spaced out. Dougie Luiz for me, though. I used to play centre midfield, and it's a difficult job. But Dougie Luiz today made it look easy. And yes,
Ryan, every player made their job look easy.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Because they complemented each other. Justin's just bigged up Dendonka there. And the way them two were working together, one would sit back, Dougie would go and support the front four, then they'd swap over. It was great to see, and the confidence and the freedom that was given to these players today. They were bang up for it, weren't they? They were bang up for it. The defence looked solid. The fullbacks went forward when needed. If not, they kept it compact. It was just so fluid. It was everything that we've been crying out to see from these players, and they have got it in their locker. This is a fantastic advert, isn't it, for any manager who's looking at us going, I fancy Villa. I fancy that. That is what we can be all about. The fans, the players, the club. That was Aston Villa. The potential of Aston Villa there in a nutshell. And I want more of it, man. I want more of that. If we could play like that every week, obviously we win the league, but we'd definitely be a lot more happier, and we'd pick up more points than what we'd lose, really, wouldn't we? Because that was tremendous.
And I mean, from where we were on Thursday to that performance today, it was brilliant, and I loved the press as well. I haven't been able to watch a team like Villa press well for ages, and I just loved it. And it just felt like whenever there was a little bit of danger from Brentford, we were there. We were in the tackle, weren't we? And
Mings was an animal, wasn't it? Mings,
yeah.
Christ, he was on it, wasn't he? Not a second. He gave away.
Today, it did show that there was that unity in the squad as well. And another thing that, it's just something really little what Dank said after the game. He said, in the dressing room after the game, I showed them the 93rd minute when they were attacking and we had to get back. And we had 10 players that rushed back and got back. And he said, I showed them that. And I just think that little detail there is even nitpicking. He's not on about the attacking, how good we've been going forward. He's looking at the details of what it is to be a good teammate and to help each other. And I think that was fantastic. So
yeah, it was Dougie Louise, wasn't it? Ran that whole length after taking the corner, ran the whole length of the pitch to get back. Incredible to see. Absolutely incredible. And
you make a great point, Ryan, that that's the advert, isn't it? That's the advert for a new manager to show them what we are capable of, and there are players there, aren't there? So it was just great. It felt like when every Villa fan was saying the other day that the weight had been lifted, it just looked like the weight had gone off them players, didn't it, Justin?
Massively. I mean, the interchange. I mean, he's only had him a few days as well since the Gerrard news broke on Thursday night. So he's had him Friday, Saturday. So that's 2 days, and he managed to install a performance like that in him in 2 days. So that just shows you the players know what they're doing. They don't need to be overcoached. They don't need to be they don't even need to be oversimplified. It's just get the formation right, get their heads right. I think Dank said as well, didn't he? One of the things is we worked a lot mentally on them, the mental side of things. He was just getting them in the right headspace to go out there and believe that they are capable of these kind of performances and believe that they're good enough to do these kind of things, which they are. We've invested an unbelievable amount of money in this squad, in top players. Yeah, if you'd have watched us for the last 6 games, you'd have thought they don't even know how to play football half the time. They can't pass 5 yards, nobody chases back. The mentality of them was terrible. Now, what is that down to? How can you flick a light switch like that on in 2 days of training? The manager's mentality can be the only thing. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but obviously what he was doing was so badly wrong that none of the players believed in it. That's all you can think now. None of them believed in what he was trying to do there. So it was just rubbing off on them game after game. They were just getting down and down and down to the point where we've got this a new start for all of them. And God Almighty, they took that new start. And that, I don't know what he was thinking if he'd been watching this game, but he needs his head looking at, honestly, because he's wasted a massive opportunity to have a great time at Villa, and he's thrown it all away because we are a decent team. We're a good squad of players. We need the right man in charge with the right mentality, set them up the right way, and let them go. Let them go. Like we were saying last summer in England with Southgate, let them play. They're good enough. We know they're good enough. Let them play. Release the shackles. Set them up to attack. We're in a football team that wants to engage with the opposition, and we want to entertain. We want to win games and score goals. Yes, you've got to keep the back door open, but the balance was right today. 6 defensive players, 4 attacking players, but with the flexibility for your 2 sitters, like Ryan said, one to go to help out a bit, but the other one's got the ability to sit and wait for the other one to come back. The interchange up front, there was times when Ollie Watkins was playing as the striker, when Danny Ings was dropping a bit deeper. He's done all this in 2 days. The bloke that was sidelined by the manager, that was basically, just go and do that over there, fine, mate. And he's proved what we are capable of, and whoever the new manager is, I hope he was watching that today and going, I really fancy this job because we can do big things at Villa.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what he probably did do. He did watch that predicted lineup episode, didn't he?
Their first squad.
I did help him along a little bit. I picked the formation and stuff, so he only had to fine tune it. So. Thanks, just thank us in the comment section later on.
Thanks.
But yeah, no, it was class, and we've got to enjoy it tonight, haven't we? Because it's been pretty crap. So hopefully everybody's really positive. There's a positive outlook now. We can look forward to the new manager, whoever that's going to be, and I just think, it's just exciting, isn't it? It should be exciting now because. It was a really good performance. So, do you want to add anything, Ryan, before we go?
No, I think we've nailed it. To be fair, football sometimes can be a simple game, can't it? Simple formation, players in their position where they can impact a game, where they can be ruthless in front of goal, given what they need. Look, we didn't even miss McGinn and Ramsey today. It just proved that they were being asked to play at position. It was hurting the whole team. We just went back to basics, and it was just so refreshing to see. And the subs coming off the bench as well, wasn't it? We're bringing McGinn on, we're bringing Coutinho on, and they're making an impact. Ramsey was coming on, and we just kept that freshness coming. We used 5 subs today, and we looked fresh. And the reason why you can chase that ball down all the way from one end of the pitch to the other in the 96th minute is because you've still got that freshness, ain't you, in your squad? I know you're winning 4-0 and you're buzzing, but you've changed 5 players there, so that energy level is high still. So all round, I cannot see how today could have gone even better. But it's just a perfect day.
We said this in the summer, Ryan, didn't we, about the squad? I said it's not a team game anymore, it's a squad game. We've got to utilise the squad. And he didn't do it. He never did it. He just kept playing and playing. He played them into the ground when it was so obvious they were out of form and they just needed resting and leaving out. And he's proved in one game, leave a couple of them out. Don't be upset, because you'll get a time. You've got 5 subs here. You'll all get game time. And if you're not in good form, someone else can play. The frustration is so.
You'd think he'd look at that. Well, it's only one game, but if this form sort of continues now to the World Cup, I think he'd look at that and go, "Christ, I just wish I would have just tried it different for one game, or swallowed my pride,
too stubborn,
drop McGinn and just change it to because." Originally at Rangers, he used to play 4-2-3-1. He only changed it to that 4-3-3-3, and that's what he got his success in Rangers. But so he must kick himself and go, "Oh God, man, I could have just let the shackles off." But
like you say, it's only one game, but let's just enjoy this, because we deserve this.
We've been desperate for it.
We've been
on the floor, man. We've had to pick each other up off the deck, man. We've been depressed. We have. That WhatsApp group, oh my God, it's been torture. And even coming on this pod and doing all the work for the website, man, to get hammered after Fulham and then sit there and write fan reports and player ratings. We do this because we love it. But
it's to the comments.
Yeah, it's hard. We do it because we love it, but it was grinding. So today, we're going to enjoy it, man. We're going to enjoy it.
Yes, right. We're off then. So 4-0, smashed it, battered them, loved it. More of the same coming up. I'll be back in the week. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.